I was telling Perna, yeah, hi, everybody. I had an allergic reaction on Monday. That was super fun. My first real meal back, but we're alive. We're kicking. John Harbaugh was fired yesterday, and that I was late to that. You had a live stream before I had a reaction video out. That's how you know I was late.
I know.
That's how you know. When Perna's breaking news.
When I can get in that live and somebody's like, you actually beat Tom. And I was like, oh my God, I did?
I literally didn't know until 40 minutes after it happened because I was doing a million other things. And then I was like, oh, let me just check my phone. And there you go.
Dude, I wouldn't have known either. I was literally playing Barbies with Carmi. We were playing Barbie. I was like, you know what? I grinded through the morning. I was like, I was really productive. Carmi's like, we play Barbie. I was like, as soon as I finish. And then she was yelling down the vent, Dad, can you play Barbie yet? And I was like, you know what? I can. I've got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Will texted me. He's like, did you see Harbaugh's out? And I was like, fuck, no. And then I'm distracted. I'm playing, but I'm thinking about, oh God, I got to go do this Harbaugh video.
Yeah.
But Barbie's it was fun. It was pretty tight. We're on a camping trip. We got the Barbie camper van.
Very nice.
Carmi has all the rules that change every time. So every time I think I understand what we're supposed to do, she's like, Dad, they don't do that. I'm like, all right.
Idiot.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You don't know the rules of Barbie?
Yeah. Speaking of Barbie, Harbaugh last few years really operated like a Ken doll out there, huh, guys? Like a Ken doll?
Because
no dick? I mean, just like a statue?
He didn't have a penis?
Yeah, Harbaugh famously no penis.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Got Ken doll.
It's always interesting as soon as a head coach is fired, right? There are usually like two camps, right? It's like, oh my God, thank God this has happened. Or like, okay, this just needed to happen. But then there's a whole bunch of other teams that are like, can he be our new head coach now? And I feel like you saw a whole lot of that yesterday from opposing teams that were like, oh, John Harbaugh is gone. We will happily take John Harbaugh. And immediately, I think he became one of, if not the most, like the hottest free agent, right, in this coaching cycle.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be pretty damn high up there. He was one of the longest tenured coaches in the NFL. He was hired in 2008 by the Ravens.
Yeah, it's wild.
18 freaking years, as the Ravens head coach. That's a long ass time. Of course, won a Super Bowl. And I do think it was time for the Ravens just to like part ways. There was a weird season and it's been, but I think ultimately a bunch of teams very happy he is now unemployed.
Any child born the year John Harbaugh was hired by the Ravens can now legally buy cigarettes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Get yourself a pack of the GPS cigs.
Nope,
kids.
Don't sell those.
I even posted the John Harbaugh live stream on the GPS podcast, Tom.
Oh,
you know how people probably clicked on it going, oh, Brandon and Tom are going to be here.
Just you, though?
It was just me. Luckily, we don't get a lot of feedback on Spotify, so I don't know if people liked it or not.
And then
you have to be 21 for cigarettes? No, it's 18, right?
Back in my day, it was 18.
Back in my day, they handed you a pack when you turned 10. Right as they sent you off to war.
I was about to say, send you off to war too?
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. And I wonder if Brian Flores is going to be one of those coaches who's going to get that opportunity.
Yeah, that'll be kind of fascinating to watch because he kind of put himself in the same situation as we watched play out with Josh McDaniels after it didn't work out here in Denver with Josh McDaniels. And after Josh left, like that became the story about Josh. Like he wasn't relatable to any of the players. Like it was like Champ Bailey was like, yeah, he came in and demanded respect without actually earning it from anyone in the locker room. And I think it was a little bit different with how it shook out with Brian Flores, but I don't think Lamar Jackson and Brian Flores, I don't think that's a good fit. Unless Brian Flores is an easy guy to work with.
Yeah.
And I mean, after Harbaugh was fired, that was like the things that started coming out, right? Like Harbaugh and Lamar weren't getting along. And then Harbaugh's side of it was like, no, Harbaugh and Lamar got along, but Lamar didn't get along with Todd Monken and Harbaugh didn't want to move on from Monken and like all that. Like, who knows what's true? It's probably a little bit of all that.
And Zach Orr. Yeah, no, there is that. Also, Murph, it's not the end all be all. Make sure you go and actually read their documentation, because if they're a legal nonprofit in the United States, they have to produce that documentation. So just make sure you read it and see where the money's actually being spent. But it is a good resource.
Yeah. One of what I'm trying to get on Charity Navigator is, of course, Fuck the Refs Coffee, where 100% of the proceeds do go to fucking the refs. They keep asking for the proof, and I'm like, well, I can't actually show you that happening because it's
you mean
illicit, but you know.
I see. Is your TV on? I see
yeah.
I see the flashes in
you're right back there?
Yeah, it's on the other side, but yes.
Right back there?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Right back there?
Yeah, you pointed. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll
the interesting thing too that we learned is that, and I don't know if this is spin from John Harbaugh's agent, but there was a team or multiple teams who currently have a head coach that called and were interested in seeing if Harbaugh would be interested in coaching for them. And I think the funniest thing that could happen at this point is there's a team out there right now with a head coach who fires their coach to bring in Harbaugh. I think a lot of people right away speculated that would be Miami, but like, is there a team that comes to mind that still has a head coach that would try and bring in Harbaugh?
Go back up. Yeah, I mean, the Giants, I think, are a huge candidate for that. So,
no, the Giants don't have a head coach. I'm saying a team that currently still has their head coach.
Oh, that would still want to bring in Harbaugh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought you meant the Giants. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, like I think a lot of these teams would love to bring in Harbaugh right now, just based off experience. But yeah, I think there's I think there's plenty of teams that would like to still bring him in who currently have employment with their head coach. I mean, the Buccaneers, one of them. I mean, the Buccaneers want anybody but Todd Bowles right now, or Buccaneers fans.
Todd Bowles, yeah. The Dolphins, Bowles, the Bucs, maybe. Who
Bengals
else would be on
like something different? The Jets.
I like the Bengals. That's funny.
The Jets are up there.
The Jets, well, the thing about the Jets is I think they're actually doing what they were supposed to, and that is actually just tank. I think they're gonna let Glenn try and build something, but yeah, I don't know, man. There's not a lot of options. The Ravens are the most attractive spot. And that is 99% because they have Lamar Jackson.
Do you see Harbaugh to the Giants or the Raiders?
I mean, for comedic purposes, I want Raiders. I want both Harbaughs in the same division.
Honestly,
I think that's amazing. Nice. That's so nice.
It'd be amazing. I see him Giants more, though.
I don't think Harbaugh is going to impress Brady or Spytek. That sounds kind of weird to say, right? Like, yeah. The Giants, it feels like a safe play for the Giants. It feels like John Mara would be like, yeah, I'll be praised if I land Harbaugh.
I would love the Harbaugh Bowl twice a year. I would. I think he makes sense there.
See, this is a domino though. I think Clint Kubiak would be interested in the Raiders, knowing he could draft a quarterback. But we don't know what
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. But are the Raiders? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So we'll put Kubiak with the Ravens, Harbaugh with the Giants, Stefanski with the Falcons. Those are probably the three hottest names this cycle, going to three of the most appealing spots.
You think Webb is going to get a head coaching job?
Based on the way this shakes out right here, I think he is the Raiders head coach.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it helped the defense a little bit. I think so.
Davis Webb, offensive guru. Here, we'll use Kellen Moore as Davis Webb.
Perfect. Okay.
Webb.
I'm gonna float something. If Brian Flores gets a job, Cleveland Browns. I want you to marinate on that for a second.
Yeah, I think that
because
makes sense.
if you could force Deshaun Watson to quit, can you get the money back?
Dude, if Flores took the Browns job and in 4 years we get leaked text messages of Brian Flores talking about how much he likes Deshaun Watson.
Brian Flores comes in, he's like, I'm a different guy from where I was in Miami. They're like, no, we want Miami Brian Flores.
Yeah.
We want you to run Deshaun Watson off this team.
Yeah.